Hey, I'm Chris License. Welcome to Our License to Travel. Today, we'd like to talk to you about some information about Rving, or should I say some possible misinformation. Like any topic, there is advice, information, and there can be misinformation as well.
Wow, that's amazing misinformation.
Today, we'll discuss some of the misinformation that we occasionally hear out there, and hopefully give you some of the details behind it to help and set some of this straight. So, for the first one, oh yeah, this should light up some of the comments. Yeah, well, the first piece of information is never leave your gray tanks open, because you can get that sewer smell up into your RV through the sinks. Now, there are a couple of reasons why this is incorrect, and if you're getting that sewer smell inside your RV, it might mean that you're having more problems and that there is something you need to fix, which would be handy to know.
I just wanted to fix something.
So a quick side about that. The best way to do that flush, your black tank, is save a little of the gray water in your gray tank before you empty your black tank. That way, when you empty that tank and then close that valve, you can dump that gray water to clean and flush anything that was left inside those pipes. Kind of a clean and flush. But you don't have to catch 100% of the gray water. So about those smells coming up from your sink.
Oh my God.
Ew.
Each sink in your RV, kitchen, bathroom, shower, etc., there is actually a P-trap there below the drain which traps a little water. It kind of holds water so that none of those smells can come up into your tiny home. That is, as long as you have water in there, smells can't pass to the inside unless you have something else wrong with your plumbing. So it's actually impossible for those gases to come up inside through here because of the P-trap that's underneath. Now remember, this works only while you're actively using your RV. Water in the sinks. Once it evaporates, you can get those smells inside. It's the water that blocks the gases and the odors. Another issue you could have is what is popularly called cheater valves, air admittance valves, or HEPVO valves. Those are glands more than valves. Now these are used when you have a sink and no place to run a vent outside the RV. Everything that's plumbing-wise actually needs a vent so that wastewater can flow through your pipes. Like a straw, you put your finger on the end of a straw after putting it in water, raise it, then remove your finger and let the water flow. You just let air in. Same as your plumbing vent in your system. It needs to be open so that water can flow. We mention these plumbing vents because they terminate on the roof or side of your RV to the outside, which means that you might still get a smell inside depending on wind direction, open windows, doors, etc. The only ones that terminate inside are the air admittance valves and the HEPVO valves, which are inside the RV. We have one under our bathroom sink and at our washer drain in the bedroom. These type of valves work by allowing air in when you use your faucets or washer. Some have a spring and a valve with a seal so that when air is demanded, it opens, and when the demand is gone, it claps shut. The HEPVO valve has a gland that has no spring but is like a balloon with a hole on each end. Air can flow one way but not backwards. If either was to fail, you could get smells inside your rig. Pro tip: Create a P-trap with your sewer hose to hold a little water and add another layer of protection to your smelly issue. The next piece of information has to do with the RV battery disconnect. This usually comes from RV dealerships who say when you get to your destination, RV park, etc., and you are hooking up to shore power, that you should disconnect the battery and let the converter provide all the power throughout the RV. Most technicians who we've talked with, people who actually work on these systems, tell us when you're plugged in, leave your batteries connected. They say that in older RVs it may have had some validity, but with today's modern multi-stage converters, they aren't going to overcharge your batteries. Boiling them over, ruining your batteries. Your batteries should be safe. Now, if you have a camping fridge like ours, propane and electric, and you lose power, then it can auto switch over to propane and you'll still have 12 volts for all the electronics there. That 12 volts makes it possible to make it all happen. No spoiled food. Another thing about disconnects, they don't always disconnect everything from the batteries. Some things may be working off the batteries while others are working off the converter. More reasons to just leave your batteries connected to the converter and allow the whole system to work properly. Another piece of misinformation that we've heard before is adding the capacity of your water heater to your fresh water capacity. So, like when we bought our rig, the dealer told us that we had 109 gallons of fresh water available to use in our rig. We checked the manual and it said only 97 gallons. Well, he added our water heater tank of 12 gallons to the total. Yeah, it's there, just not really usable. What's in the water heater will always be there in that water heater. It would just be impractical to try and use the water in that tank once you've exhausted your original 97 gallons out of your tank. Your pump is going to stop working. I guess you could, when empty, turn off the water heater, switch it over to bypass, drain the water out of there, then transfer that over into your fresh water tank. But I just can't imagine anyone doing that. Yeah, just that 97 gallons. RV salesman. This last one we've heard at RV and truck dealerships, and that has to do with the towing capacity of vehicles and the weight of RVs. Our first attempt at buying a fifth wheel was at a large chain dealership, and we had a lifted big tire and wheel 2500 truck. We were told that our truck could tow anything. It's a diesel. We were getting ready to buy when we got a call from a very reputable welding and RV repair shop in our town who was concerned that a dealer wanted them to flip the axles and add a 6-inch lift to the RV we were about to purchase. This fiber was already 13 feet 6 inches tall. The shop knew our truck and advised us against any radical mods to the RV, and that although it would pull the rig, it would not be safe. Now do your research. Every year, one truck manufacturer outdoes the next in towing capacity, and if your vehicle is older, it may be way underrated for the type of rig you're about to buy. Did you ever see the movie Used Cars? Yeah, you'll see what I mean. Be informed, look at the numbers, and work through that process. Just because it's a diesel or a dually doesn't mean it can do the job. JD at Big Truck, Big RV also has some excellent advice and a lot of great information about towing capacities with some really good recommendations. Leave a comment below if you guys have some advice that you would like to pass along that would be helpful for other RVers. Once again, this should do it for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos about RVing, then hit the subscribe button. And if we don't see you out on the road, hopefully we'll see you on the next video. Until then, please, travel safe.
Grizz and Christopher show. Mostly Grizzy.
Grizzy boy.
Because you're so cute. He's
You're
a
so
pretty boy.
cute.
Yes, he is.
It's in my backstrap.